Hi, and welcome to another mail day with BeardedTinker. Today we'll be opening some more packages. We'll start in a couple of seconds. But let me first start with thanking all those wonderful people that are supporting me on the YouTube channel and have become YouTube channel members. Thank you for all of your support. And also thanks to everybody who watched, liked or subscribed to my channel. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. And now let's start with the mail day video.
This one is adapter. LilyGo project once again. I really do love the packaging, the whole brand that they put into their products. And here we have antenna, we have connector for the battery, we have header pins, and this is the TTGO's Lora board. So battery goes here. This is a connector to something, I'm not sure what. Power on switch, button, micro USB connector. This is the antenna, I think, and this is the small screen. So I'm not still sure for what I will use this. Of course, yeah, but buy a lot of junk that I do not know what I'll do with it. But I think that general idea is to have something displaying information from Home Assistant somewhere by using the LoRa network. Maybe push some kind of emergency notifications and make some kind of a pager out of it, and then being able to receive those notifications wherever I'm located in the range of the LoRa network or something like that. I'm still not sure, yeah, but probably use it as a one-way pager.
This is my order history for this device, so it's a LilyGo TTGO LORA32 version 2 with a 0.96-inch OLED display. I bought the 433 MHz version, although I think that EU should be using one around 866 MHz, I think. The price, including the shipping, was $22.63. But I cannot give you the link to the item because the item is no longer available. Yeah, I managed to do nothing with this device for a long time, and there is already a newer version. And the newer version, which is version 2.1-1.6 version, is currently available from LilyGo. This is the LilyGo official store. I buy most of the stuff from LilyGo directly from this official store. I at least hope that this is official store because on AliExpress it's sometimes hard to find a real official store. For example, if you were to look for the Creality 3D printers, there were at what time I think 5 stores that had Creality and official in the name. So the item cost currently is 20 euros and 10 cents with 5 euros and 67 cents shipping to Croatia. As I mentioned, I think that this version 868 MHz is the version that should be used in the EU. There is a 433 MHz version and 915 MHz version. This is the version of the transmitter receiver for the LoRa. The problem is that I currently haven't done anything with it. I don't know even why I bought it. I think I had a plan for it at the time of the purchase, but I forgot it. I think one of the ideas was to be able to push something from this and use this as a device that would display, I don't know, values from the Home Assistant or something similar. But remember that you have to have either a LoRa gateway or additional device that could receive messages from this device. So if you are building your LoRa network, either have LoRa gateway somewhere available that you can use, or you need to purchase the second device. I think there is something very interesting here on the LilyGo official store. In regard to that, let's look at... There was a kit called something emergency or something similar that included 2 LoRa devices, and it could be used to send and receive text messages or texts between the devices. If you have any idea on why and for what I could use this device, please drop me a line either to the Discord server where I'm more frequently, or leave a comment down in a comment section of the YouTube video. Some of the use cases that I think would be great is, for example, to have one of these as a display somewhere further away, for example, somewhere that is far away from your network, or even as a mobile device if you work close to your home, and then have the other device which necessarily doesn't have to have display that would be sending messages to it. So it would be something like a pager with a display. Well, so even if the phone network, internet, everything drops down, if you have electricity, you could be able to receive notifications from that device. So I think that could be potentially one good case. The other case, of course, is to replace the standard ESP32 boards. When you do the projects, use ESP32 LoRa board. This display itself isn't necessary. And then, for example, do a weather station that can be much further away than the normal Wi-Fi network signal is. But as I said, I still haven't done anything with my board.
Let's look at this package. I haven't received the box from JLC PCB for, I don't know, days. Just kidding. So what is this? This is called Zintercom. This is DIY Zigbee project. You can check the link here. Let me zoom in. You can check the link here. It's t.me/zigdev and t.me/xyzroe. So this is DIY Zigbee intercom, and this board is used to hook up to your intercom in a building where you're living, in an apartment building where you have multiple apartments with a headset, and headset needs to be rewired through this. It can work with it can work on the battery, but I will not be using it like that. I will be providing with the constant power. If you are powering it with the battery, you will lose some of the functionality, but more or less it does what commercial products do, so products that you can buy off the shelf, and that is to, for example, if you ring 3 times, it will automatically open the building door, stop the ringer, or on the first ring after you turn the switch on, it will automatically open the door and things like that. I will be leaving a link down in the description to the GitHub page of this project, but this is one of the genius Zigbee products I found on the modcom.ru website, and yeah, I bought 10 PCBs. I'm still waiting for some of the components to arrive, and I will be building a couple of them. I think I will be giving some to my members, channel members, sending if they want, and I don't know, I will be keeping 2 for myself, or even 3, I don't know. The rest of them, when I build them and with what materials I have, I will be giving them away. So a link to the project is down in the comment section below, and I'll also be jumping now to the GitHub page there.
I will not be definitely showing you here the project's purchase page because there is none. But these boards were meant for this project. It's called Zintercom, which is derived from the Zigbee and intercom. I still haven't done anything with this project, and this is maybe a reminder to myself to do something, of course, if anybody wants to see this project done. So what is this? On one side you have ESP home-based project, for example, Marcel, that has also built the Slim Laser, has DIY ESP home version of the doorbell interceptor. On the other hand, you have Nuki, which is a commercial project which allows you to intercept your intercom values. This one is DIY version, but the Zigbee version that can be powered either on batteries on one side or mains power on the other side. If you would like me to finish this project, and I do have all the parts for it ready, but it just requires a bit of soldering, drop me a line and I may do that project too. Let's check the next item.
Let's look at this package, and this is something I really wasn't even planning to buy, but due to my inability to do something with the iron, I had to order it. And as the box says, it's micro hot air gun SMD rework station. So we have power cable. This is the spare coil for heating. This is the base. 3 tips or tubes or whatever, hot air gun, and wow, this is light. I was really expecting something much heavier, but... And this is base for the air gun. Power goes here. It is connected here. You control the temperature and on off. It also has setup and yeah, no manual, but that's normal. You wouldn't expect to get too much here. So, as I said, I really wasn't planning to ever use air gun, hot air gun, but I'm having a problem with soldering some surface mount components for the Zigbee boards or projects. So I ordered this one. Hopefully this will be enough.
This is the listing for the JCD Hot Air Gun. Model is 8858. As you can see, the price that I paid was $37.31. And yeah, I did order it in June of 2021. So I have been using this gun for the last year or close to a year, 9 months. I don't know what to say. It's great because I can keep it in my toolbox. So it's tucked away in the toolbox when I need to do soldering. Everything is in the toolbox, pliers, paste, flux, everything is there. I just pick up my toolbox, work on a project and put it in a toolbox bag. It is very compact. The vent itself is loud, but it's normal because it has to move a lot of air through the heater block. To heat things up. I did use it on a couple of projects. I did play a bit. I wish I had time to work more on it and improve my soldering skills, but so far I did a couple of projects with it and I really do like it. Of course, this is not a professional desk hot air station, but for small projects or if you want to have just one in case of something, and of course if you found a very expensive device to shrink your heat shrinks, yeah, it's a great purchase. When I bought the device, I went for the kit, which I think is this one, so it has an extra heater block. I don't know really, I have no experience with hot air guns, if those blocks do die and how often do they die, so when I was buying this, I just got the kit with the spare block. You do have these nozzles, so you can select if you want to have a wider nozzle or very thin in terms of diameter. I think most of the stuff that I do with the middle one, but as I said, I'm no professional in soldering or electronics and I just do stuff that works for me. Currently it's selling for 33 euros and 27 cents. With the 9 euro shipping to Croatia. I think that at the time of the purchase, I was even able to buy this from the Spain warehouse, so I received it pretty fast at the time of the purchase, but unfortunately at this time it doesn't exist. So yeah, there is a display, you can select the temperature on display, there is also possibility to control the airflow, so the speed of the ventilator inside the heater block, when you are using soldering iron and when you put it inside this docking station or whatever this is called or holder, it automatically turns off. The vent will keep working. When I said it automatically turns off, I mean the heater turns off and the vent itself will keep running until the temperature drops below something, yeah, 70 degrees centigrade. It is a pretty nifty, beefy device, and if you want a simple device, not that expensive, I think that this is a really good purchase.
Let's check this package. So we have temperature and humidity sensor, and we have motion sensors. Let's open up this one. I'm not 100% sure that I ordered this type. I usually like to order round ones, but I think this will be just as good. So this is it. This is the spare sticker. Inside this there shouldn't be anything else, and of course the whoever reads it manual. So this is the temperature and humidity sensor, and let's look at this one. Again, there are two types. One has and the other one hasn't got the illuminance, and I think that this one that has separate that has separate leg has also illuminance. This should be it, and the spare sticker for this side here is here. Do we have spare sticker for this one? It doesn't look like it. Okay. You activate it and pair it by holding this button for, I think, 5 seconds. Same thing with this one here. So I will be adding those 2 motion sensors and 2 humidity sensors to my network. Humidity sensors will be used for the outside temperatures, so I have to find a place where I can install them to be protected from the direct sunlight and the rain. I have idea of one place, but for the other I have no clue. This one will be going in front of my apartment, so on that side there. This is the street side, and the other one will be going out to the balcony on the back side where we have a large garden. So I can also track the external temperature. Summer started, and the one thing I noticed, I have a lot of sensors inside. I have none of the sensors outside. I'm not still sure for what I will be using this, but I'll figure something out. Okay, let's check the web listing. And by the way, these all came from the EU warehouse, so I didn't have to pay any extra VAT either myself or through the AliExpress purchase, because yeah, they were sourced from the EU warehouse, I think from Spain.
As you can see, I did order a couple of those devices, but we are today looking at this purchase here from the JH store. I bought 2 motion sensors and 2 humidity, temperature and pressure sensors, and the total purchase price was $46.61. But unfortunately, once again, as this was bought in June of 2021, this store doesn't carry Aqara devices anymore. So what I did, I found a listing from the other store that I bought most of my other Aqara devices, which is a Mia Smart Home store, and this is a listing for the Aqara Motion sensor. This device in this store is selling for 17 euros and 12 cents with the 2 euros and 50 shipping. Remember that I bought for around 40 euros 2 of those plus 2 humidity, temperature and pressure sensor. When you buy these devices, please be careful because there are 2 different types. There is the older version and the newer version. If I'm not mistaken, you will recognize it by this LED window here, which some older devices do not have. And I think that this one here is also detecting the lux values. It does. These were the 2 additional sensors. I already have 1 sensor in my house, so I currently have 3 motion sensors from Aqara plus 1 of the Shelly motion sensor devices. I still haven't installed the 3rd one because I really do need much more than just 1 that I still have. My idea is to put or have 1 in each of the rooms or most of the rooms, and I will not be doing any kind of room presence with them, but it will help me with some automations. For example, I could have 1 below this desk here, so it will register when I sit down at the desk. Same thing would be going for my youngest daughter desk where she is doing homework or playing or reading or drawing, where I would have 1 sensor that would detect that she is on the desk and turn the light on, no matter if it's day or night, because yeah, she needs light on the desk. So there are a couple of things that you can do with this sensor, but if you want to see more things that can be done with the sensor, drop me a line down below or in the Discord server to make additional or separate video featuring this sensor, and I will gladly do that. There are a lot of stores that are selling Aqara devices, so just be careful what version of the device you buy. As I've mentioned in my other videos, most of the Aqara devices have version 2, 3, even some have version 4. So be careful and compare what each of those versions has and what you need. In terms of the temperature humidity sensor, this is once again a listing from the Mia Smart Home store. There are 2 versions, there are 3 versions of this sensor. One is the round one, and I'm still using that one in the bathroom. And this square one has 2 different versions, one with the pressure sensor and the other one without the pressure sensor. If you find sensor that is around 7-8 euros, this sensor probably doesn't have pressure, which is also okay. If you do not need pressure, then go for the sensors that don't have it. But be careful when you are shopping around. I will be posting a link to this listing here. And if you want to find the cheaper one, just be careful if you want to have pressure value to buy a device that has pressure sensor in it. So this one costs 15 euros and 98 cents currently with the 2 euro shipping to Croatia. I did create a couple of videos already that feature this sensor, so I will not be talking about the possible use cases. If you want to see that video, just click here above and I will be posting a link to it.
Let's look what we have here. Resistance. I love names on the packages. We have one resistance and we have two resistance. And those resistances are ESP32-CAMs. So what we have here, we have ESP32-CAM module, the SD card goes here, the ESP itself is here. You have here the possibility to attach the external antenna, which can be great for anybody that will be using those for the same project I will be using. And that is the water meter or electricity meter or gas meter measuring. And the module itself goes like, I have tweezers here, and it's now locked. You have to remove the protective cover from the lens. And if you have problem with the focus, what you can do, you just hold them like this and turn slightly so you break up the hot glue or seal. I don't see it here, maybe it's somewhere here. By doing this, you break it, then you can turn it to adjust the focus, of course. So I have two of those. Well, in fact, I have more at home, but these two will be used for the gas meter project. I will keep one at my gas meter, and the second one will be more or less used just for the recording. So that's why I ordered two of them.
This is my latest purchase of the ESP-CAM, ESP32-CAM. Total price that I paid for two of those devices was 12 euros and 4 cents, and it was bought in the August 2021. Yeah, Pedro, and I still didn't do that project. Sorry. So this is the listing for this item. This seller is selling a lot of similar devices in this listing, so you can get ESP32 room with the 32 pins, 38 pin version, which is, yeah, something that I really needed for one of the projects that I was making. 32. This one is CH9102X controller, 30 pin ESP32, ESP cam, and something I really wished I bought is this one that also includes a dev board with the connection to the USB cable, which makes it easier to program and control this board. So if you're shopping around, $4.91 versus $5.96, and you also get a board that allows you to program it via the USB. I think that's a worthwhile purchase. As I said, this board is currently selling for €4.91, and although all goods are free shipping store, yeah, you still have to pay for the shipping, at least 40 cents if you're going with the Kai Now, or €2.74 if you're going with the AliExpress Saver Shipping, which also is much faster shipping option. So my plan and my idea was to use those two boards, and I did also buy a separate SD cards for them, to use them as meter readers for the gas meter. But it's just one of those projects that I still haven't even touched. I really wish that I did play with this one, but the idea is to use this ESP cam to monitor the meter reading and then to be able to use OCR of the meter for your gas, electricity or water. It's not the best way, but if you have analog meters, that may be the only way to track the gas usage. So if you are interested in that project, please nag me and drop me a line either on the Discord or here to do that video, and I will put it on the priority list.
Nothing. So this is nothing times 1. Just don't ask me why I ordered these. So this is a spadger or whatever you call it. Oh, this is nice. I thought from the photos that this was some kind of paper and I didn't like it. But in fact, it's not a paper, it's some kind of a silicone or something. You just have to be careful. You will probably not cut yourself, but yeah, this part here is not protected. Let me zoom in. So for what is this used? Well, actually at this point for nothing. I ordered a bunch of them. From this company I ordered just 2. But the idea is, for example, if you need to open anything that opens like that, then you put them inside and twist them to open the device box or whatever. So I was always having issues on how to open things, and I've seen those here used. So I ordered a couple of them. There are different sizes, shapes, and thicknesses. I ordered 2 of these, and I think I ordered 2 more that are a little bit thinner. But for example, for what they can be used, if you cannot open these, you just pry them. Use this to pry things open. I didn't say that you need to open the unicorn with that, but unicorns are always cute. So yeah, 2 of those, they were cheap. When I ordered one, I said, yeah, let's order 2 so I have spare. So these are the prying tools or spudgers or whatever they are called.
Also in August 2021, I bought these 2 crowbars or pryers or whatever they are called. I don't have that much use for them. I just wanted to have them handy. And for example, when I was working on the Aqara door and window sensor and was trying to use it as a read counter for the gas meter, I did use this crowbar to open it. I also use it to open a couple of other devices. It is nifty, just be careful because I also managed to cut myself with the blade on the back side. I bought it for €1.59. That included shipping, and I bought 2 pieces because for that price, why not, just to have one spare. I keep both at my desk, so whenever I need them, I just take them from my pencil box. There are a couple of different versions. This one doesn't have paper. Paper is not a paper, it's something between the rubber and I don't know what material that just allows you to grip it better and also do not cut yourself. Mind you, this edge here is not laminated, so once again be careful. I did manage to cut myself with this part here. I bought 2 pieces because the price difference. Yeah, on the other hand, I didn't buy 3 because I really do not need even 1. So having 1 for work, 1 for spare is quite enough for me. The current price is €0.95 with a 37 cents shipping to the Croatia.
Let's check this package. Yeah, nothing. This is 2 times ADXL345. Those 2 were supposed to be used, one for the Ender 3 Pro and the other one for the Voron 2.4 that I'm building.
I bought this item in September of 2021. But you may notice that the price is a little bit, not really too much, higher. And the shipping is €0.38 for Kainao, or 43 cents if you're using AliExpress Saver Shipping, which I would definitely recommend because it not just adds better tracking, but in my opinion, those items really arrive fast. My current average time for items that have been sent by AliExpress Saver Shipping is between 2 and 3 weeks maximum, so if you need them, go ahead. So for what am I using this ADXL345? Here it is mounted on the mount for my Voron 2.4 3D printer, and I'm using it for something called input shaping or input shaper. The problem with 3D printing is that the gantry or the head itself, because it's mounted in the center position, it moves fast. It also has some problem with stopping and starting, or acceleration and deceleration. Input shaper is mounted on the head of the printer. If you're running Clipper, you run the command, special command, that then vibrates the head between frequency, I don't know, very low to very high frequency. And with this vibration, it measures the movement of the head. So it knows, for example, I moved, and I can hear the vibration behind it. Then it creates a graph or curve where it shows how the head of the printer is moving, what are some oscillations that are expected and what are some non-expected oscillations. And then it recalculates the movement of the head, taking those values inside. So it tries to compensate of the vibrations that are introduced by fast movement, acceleration and deceleration by using data from this sensor. No, you do not print with this sensor on, you calibrate your printer, then print with the calibrated values. If you do any kind of a change on your tool head, for example, tighten the belts, loosen the belts, move something around, add weight or remove weight from the hot end, you just plug it in once again to the Raspberry Pi, do the calculations, and that's it. And yeah, it really does improve on the print quality. Two things that you should play and calibrate on your printers, where there are a lot of things, but two main for the end I would definitely say are input shaping and the pressure advance. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, of the two sensors, I had issues with one, so it was a very good idea to order two sensors because I simply exchanged for the other one and everything worked perfectly. And this is it for this mail day with BeardedTinker. I really do hope that you did find something useful for yourself or some idea for future project. If you yourself found something interesting, don't forget to drop me a line on the Discord server. We have a channel called Great Finds and Best Buys. So if you found some great deal or have idea for future projects or you just found something interesting, go to the Discord server and drop a message there. But of course you can leave the comment down in a comment section below. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified on the future video updates and of course streams. If you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up and I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.